So I just got to Publix and I just kind of felt the need to like take a second and stop and film this video. I know I've been talking to you guys a lot about Universal Orlando and their IBCCES process, and I'm reading, these blogs online where people are talking about how they've had a miserable experience so far with screenings, and how Universal Orlando is now like calling up wanting to talk to their younger family members and all this stuff, which is obviously not acceptable. And I still do stand by everything I said, that what Universal Orlando as well as Universal Hollywood is doing is absolutely unacceptable and wrong. And I still feel that it's against the ADA, and these things take time. It requires finding the right civil rights attorney or the right disability attorney who's willing to take on a large case like this. And I still do believe that there's hope in that process, but those things take time. And as I've said to a lot of you guys who have asked, well, what do we do in the interim? Go to Disney World. I feel that. Hey guys, I am at the Magic Kingdom. I am super excited to be here. Going to Disney World is something that makes a lot more sense right now. Disney World, who has always utilized the daspass, the daspass. As far as I know, Disney has not at this time embarked on this same journey that Universal has, and quite frankly, I honestly hope that Disney is keeping up with seeing the feedback that people are voicing their concerns over this IBCCES, and going on Twitter, going on Reddit, going on different blogs, and seeing that people with disabilities are, this is like a gatekeeping process where Universal is really, really trying to make it as unwelcoming as possible for people with disabilities. And it's certainly not very moral. And again, I believe against the ADA. And, so I am very grateful to Disney that they have not embarked on this same journey. As I mentioned in my other videos, I had a Universal Orlando representative say to me very point blank in an email, because I had asked them, what if someone can't afford healthcare, or what if someone reaches out to a doctor to get your documentation, and they tell them, okay, it's going to be a month till you can get an appointment, and then the doctor tells them, I need to see you at least 5-6 times to be sure or feel comfortable to put anything in writing, and then there's a fee for each session, and then there's a fee for the doctor's note. And I said all that to Universal. What if they can't get all this in time? What if they can't afford 5 sessions at a doctor? And they basically wrote me tough luck, and you're not going to have accommodations at Universal. And obviously that doesn't sound right. If it doesn't sound right, it's not right. And if it's clearly against the ADA to tell people that if you don't accomplish all this before your arrival and you just show up to the park and you want those accommodations, it's like, obviously they are a business and they have to give you accommodations. You can't just deny people who are disabled like that blatantly. They can, but that's how lawsuits happen, and that's how and I do believe eventually these lawsuits will come. Again, these things take time. You can't expect like a company to do something and that something is rectified and all cleared up within a week. That's not how it works. It takes, unfortunately, a lot of time and a lot of energy to have change, and that has become a little bit of what my channel is about. But I guess in this video I wanted to just be brief on that. But I am very, very grateful that Disney has not done this. I have had, yes, problems in the past with the daspass at Disney. As if you follow my channel, you know of some of the issues I had regarding getting rescreened for it, and I've had other issues at Disney World. But I still believe that Disney is a superior company compared to Universal Orlando. It's the company I grew up on. Yes, they're not the same company anymore, but they're still a fun place to go, and I think that Disney can improve a lot more than Universal. Universal has made it very clear who they are and what they stand by, and Disney at least is a company that I think wants to improve and would like to make people happy. And I'm very, very grateful that the Disney company has not done anything to stop access at their parks, or to make it so that people who are disabled cannot, at least go over to guest services and say, this is how my disability affects me and this is why I'm seeking accommodations. At least they still have kind of like this open door where you can communicate, which is the opposite of what Universal is saying, which is go away. And I'm very, very grateful that that Disney has not done this. I've heard, unfortunately, a lot of negative comments of people's experiences at Universal Orlando with service dogs. I've seen a lot of blogs and they're just very sad. And I have never really heard of an issue at Disney. There was one story that made the news of a woman who had like many service dogs with her, and that was an issue that was made news. But for the most part, I don't know of really any issues happening at Disney with service animals. I think that they've always been very polite and very much following the ADA and rules there. And if I was someone and for the record, I do have a hidden disability, and I am someone who's actually approved for a service animal. Although, quite honestly, if I'm going to be very, very honest, I just can't afford it. I can't afford, a service animal. No matter what, at the end of the day, it's an animal, and it needs care, and it needs a vet, and it needs attention, and there's bills with it. And quite honestly, I just cannot afford one. Maybe later on in my life, when I feel a little bit more financially stable, I truthfully feel it would be a tremendous benefit for my disability and for my health, for my own self, but I can't afford it right now. And that's why you actually have a lot of like organizations out there that will, especially for like veterans, and I do not compare myself to that. I'm not doing that at all. I'm just saying that there are organizations out there that train and give animals to people. But Disney is right now the place for me. I'm very, very grateful that they have not done what Universal has done. I am so disappointed in Universal Orlando, and I think many of you are too. And I'm very, very grateful that Disney has not done this. I don't know if I mentioned to you guys, but I actually went ahead and canceled my annual pass at Universal Orlando. I had a trip planned that I primarily canceled because of cost, but I was then thinking to myself, I'll go to a cheaper hotel or something like that, or I'll find a cheaper reservation, and that never ended up happening. And if anything, I actually canceled my annual pass. I even asked Universal in an email. I said I use AAP, the Attraction Assistance Pass. I'm in your system using it. You have record of me using it. What if I can't get this documentation? Oh, tough luck. You're not going to have accommodations. It's like, but I'm in your system. I'm in your system already using it. I'm not even like a new person. You have a record of me using it. And that was my first experience really at Universal. Like I said, I've probably been there once before when I was extremely young, or maybe the one in LA only. But with Disney, I grew up with Disney. I've been there literally thousands of times. That's probably an exaggeration, but like a lot. As I live in Miami, we would go up all the time. And as soon as I found out about disability services at Disney, I started using their daspass. I have used DAS. I want to say I'm in their system at least back to 2016. It could be before that when I found out about it. And before they had DAS, I was really struggling, and I really couldn't go on any rides. I would very actively get the cast members' attention and be like, I'm sorry, I have to get off the line because I can't make it through the line. And it was a real challenge. And I just kind of stopped going on rides because I couldn't make it through the line. And for the record, it's bathroom issues. I'm honest. When they created DAS, it was this relief that I could be like everyone else. And Universal has made it very clear, unfortunately, that you are very different, and they are making it very, very known. And it's such a shame because they have Epic Universe coming out in the near future, and you would think that they would be all about like positive PR and being wanting to show families and be moral, and this is a great place for you to be, and we welcome all, and we're all about inclusiveness. And they have shown the opposite, unfortunately. I think they have shown us, unfortunately, who they really are. And those things take time to challenge, in the court system and all of that. And I am very happy to be going back to Disney. I will go back to Disney. I will book trips there. I will show you guys me at the park. I will show you me checking into a hotel at Disney one day when I can afford it. You know, not every video is going to be an advocacy video on my channel, but obviously there's things going on in the world and in my life right now, so I want to be able to talk to you guys honestly about those things and not be the type of content creator on here that doesn't talk about anything that's important. So I really do look forward to, on this channel, showing you me back at Disney, me checking into a Disney hotel. I'll even show you how I'm gonna go get approved for DAS. I'm not shy to show you or talk to you about what goes on with me. And yeah, I'm just really looking forward to going back to Disney. I'm very, very appreciative of that. They are all about inclusiveness, and that is something that I really stand by, and I am very, very proud of them at this point. They haven't done anything yet to disappoint me in that regard yet. But as of now, I'm going back to Disney. Don't exactly know when, but I'm going back to Disney. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate you all. I'm filming this here at Publix because I need to go get groceries, and yeah, I need to go get groceries. But thank you guys so much for watching. I have Patreon and I have YouTube channel memberships. I have exclusive content on each of those. So in other words, I have different content that's exclusive, extra vlogs, extra B-roll, all that on YouTube channel memberships. And then I have different exclusive content on Patreon. So I always link that in these videos. So if you're interested in checking those out, please do. And I will see you soon in my next video, and bye.